All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rearview mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that, partner. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
No, check, Patriot! All right, here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They go play action here on 1st down. And some space here. Looking left side of his got a man. It's Elliott. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 48 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Webb. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Taco Charlton. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Detroit!
Webb now from the gun. Steps away to his left. And that's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do it. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, it's Webb. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Taco Charlton in there to get him for his second sack of the night. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Fournette, a first down carry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll look to throw here. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first down throw. Webb. Dancing to his left. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football. Now a play fake here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Higgins. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Here's a give to Fournette, and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go. Green 39.
A handoff to Fournette. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here we go. Green 39.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will make it 6-0. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney! Over!
Operating from the gun, Webb. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
To throw on third down, Webb. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Higgins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
He'll look to throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Back to throw here. A throw left side complete to his receiver Westbrook. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Fournette on the counter. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Forced out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And this one is right through. And that will make our score 9-0. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he cuts. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 76 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Fournette. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated. Ready to go for the second half. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Off play action, it's Webb. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Webb. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Taco Charlton in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up 3rd and long? From the gun, Webb. Now he's forced out left. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. There he goes, right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they? And now it's blocked. This is going the other way. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams crew, when they run out there, they still feel it. And maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they gave great effort there, blocked the extra point, and really gave them a lift after giving up the score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On play action, they'll throw. Going for the deep ball. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got a man. That's Hudson. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. This is Fournette. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Call it a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Now back to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for them, too.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, landed.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And he's got it up and through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Spins past him. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Throwing again. Webb. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Airing it out deep for Smith. That's going to be caught. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too. 2
big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. What's good on the extra point? And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. That's another great play to come away with the football.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. On second down, Webb. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
On third down, that's Freeman. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Lutz's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Higgins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Back to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Gone!
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Kamara. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Again, this is Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go!
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jordan Evans in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw. Deep down. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. That is likely the final play of this game, and no better feeling, I would imagine, than taking a knee to wrap up the Super Bowl.
Culminates everything. The championship is theirs. And just think, the last play they had in practice before this game began was doing this, practicing taking a knee and winning a Super Bowl.
And they get to do just that. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And the Lombardi Trophy is headed back to the Bayou. The New Orleans Saints, Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
It's good, man. It's good, man. It's a little league that I'm in. I've been in since Madden 15.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gunn signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
I got Camaro, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I had one with a freaking my backup quarterback. Yeah. XP load and all that stuff in there too, bro. Oh God, don't do me like that, bro. Oh God. You gotta I wasn't gonna play first tonight. Honestly, I didn't feel like it. Oh my God, let me get out the way. Man, my Saints ain't got no first round picks. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no pick to the third day. So trash, man. Yeah, for Davenport. Come on, man.
The thicker the pie, thicker the bag. Meet them a buying, at least in no beamer. I'm Brian O'Connor, driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way I've been made it. The is mad. Man in that bag, cause I'm all in my bag. Well, I ain't holding around. Just a little Merlin, out the cutie. Now I don't give a. Tell me why I wouldn't go to Rose Bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for a doubt. She don't give a. She was in her bag, Fendi and some lane. Asked for a burger, watch in the front seat. That a fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation, we was on roll like tires. What we gon' damn? I'm in my bag, my.
50 bucks.
Love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money.
I used to get trophies for it. Yeah, I got 2 of them in my room right now.
I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check.